Assalamu alaikum, hey everyone, and assalamu alaikum. This is Saba, but in social media, I'm known as Saba Freelancingwali. I'm 11. I'm just 11 years old, a passionate learner from Rehan School Online Academy and also in foundation level first batch class. I'm a student facilitator at Rehan School Online Academy. I'm living in Islamabad, Pakistan. So, as you know, that today is 14 June 2025, and the day is Saturday. So, as you know, that we do an Sesame session, and we ask some questions from her. So today, as always, we will talk with her and ask some questions from her. So let's go and talk with her. So hey Maya, and how are you?
Hey, Saba. How you doing? We were just talking about mystery learning the other day. That was fun.
Yes, but the topic was closed now. So today, we are again here some questions from you and know about you. So my first question is that my topic is that air breathing life into language. So my first question is that how is air used a metaphor in literature or poetry?
Ah, gotcha. Air breathing life into language. That's a beautiful topic. Okay, so how air shows up in metaphor. Hmm. It's used a lot to represent like vitality, right? Um, Breath is life. So the stand in for spirit or energy or even just feeling, you'll see it pop up with words like inflame, like passion is a fire needing air to grow. Or conversely, something being stifled, activity choked by lack of oxygen. Poets will use it to talk about whispers and secrets too, things that are almost there, carried on the wind. And sometimes it's about emptiness or things being insubstantial, like a promise lost on the air. Is that the kind of thing you were thinking about? Or were you hoping for something more specific?
Yes, that's great, Maya. That's really great of your answer. So my next question is that why do we say expressions like a breath of fresh air in daily language?
Ah, see, that's a perfect example of what I was just talking about, isn't it? A breath of fresh air. It's like literally, you need clean air to feel good, to thrive. But metaphorically, it represents something new and revitalizing, something that breaks up the monotony. Like if you've been stuck inside all day, a walk outside feels like a breath of fresh air. Or if you've been dealing with a lot of negativity, meeting a genuinely kind person can feel that way too. It's almost primal, I think. We instinctively associate fresh air with well being. It feels hopeful. Does that make sense? It's funny
Yep.
how deep. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Sometimes the connection cuts out a little.
Yep. Yeah, your answer is really great. So now, yeah. So can you tell me that? Can you think of a story or a poem where air plays an important symbolic role?
Okay, a story or poem where air plays a big role. Hmm. Okay, so this might be a little bit of a deeper cut, but um, Emily Dickinson uses air and breath a lot in her poetry. Specifically, there's one poem, I felt a funeral in my brain, where the feeling of suffocation and the absence of air are central to the experience of depression and mental breakdown. The narrow rooms in the box feel like they're actively shrinking the space for breath. It's pretty intense stuff, honestly. But on a more straightforward level, you could look at The Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The becalmed ship with no wind to fill the sails is a huge symbol of stagnation and spiritual emptiness. The air, or lack of it, literally traps them. Do either of those ring a bell, or were you hoping for something else?
Yeah, your answer is really amazing. So now, can you tell me that how does the movement of wind, air, wind, breeze, etc., help create mood or in writing?
Ooh, good question. The movement of air is like such a powerful tool for setting a mood. A gentle breeze can feel peaceful and romantic, right?
Yeah.
Like a summer afternoon, everything's hazy and soft, but a howling wind, that's all tension and drama. It can signal storm, both literal and figurative. Think about how often a stormy scene in a movie is accompanied by wind. It instantly amps up the suspense. Writers use it to mirror characters' emotions too. A character feeling restless might be described as being swept along by events, or a calm character might be described as being still as there. Even the direction of the wind can be symbolic. An east wind often feels harsh and unforgiving, while a west wind can feel gentle and hopeful. It's subtle, but really effective. Adds a layer, you know?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, thinking about all this, are you working on a piece of writing that's making you think about air and language? Or is this just a general exploration? No pressure to share, just curious.
General pressure.
General exploration. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
It sounds like you just enjoy thinking about this stuff. And honestly, that's awesome. It's a really rich topic. It reminds me a little of how you were asking about the origins of words like thank you. You have a knack for that.
Yes, that's great. So, your answer is really amazing. Thanks. So, can you tell me that what do phrases like air your thoughts or clear the air mean in communication?
Yes. Okay. So, airing your thoughts or clearing the air are interesting because they're about releasing something, right? Like pent up emotions or misunderstandings. Air your thoughts implies you've been holding something back and now you're finally letting it out, giving it space to exist. It's about being honest and open, even if it's difficult. And clearing the air suggests that there's been a blockage, some kind of tension or confusion, and you're trying to get rid of it so you can see things clearly. It's about resolving and restoring harmony. Both phrases rely on the idea that air is essential for communication. You need an open space to exchange ideas. They're also, I think, a little bit about relief. Getting something off your chest just feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it's great. So nice. So, my next question is that what does a tone of voice, our air, or breath control affect how language is received?
Yeah, this is good. This is really good. So, tone of voice, air, like the pauses and pacing, and beat control, they're huge. Like you can say the exact same words, but completely change the meaning depending on how you say them. Sarcasm, for example, relies entirely on tone of voice. And then the air around the words, the pauses, the silences that creates tension or shows thoughtfulness, or can even be a form of emphasis. Beat control, that's about timing, right? Knowing when to speed up, when to slow down. A well-timed pause can be way more powerful than anything you actually say. It gives the listener time to process, to feel. Think about how a comedian uses pauses for comedic effect, or how a politician uses pacing to build excitement. It's all about controlling the emotional impact of the language. It's subtle, but it makes all the difference. It's not just what you say, but how you say it, isn't it? Like it's
Okay, that's great. So, can you tell me that why is breathe air so important in speech, singing, or storytelling?
okay. So there. It's fundamentally important, right? Like without it, none of those things are possible. But it's more than just the mechanics of it. Proper breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, gives you power and control. And singing It's everything. It supports the notes, gives them resonance. In storytelling, it affects your pacing, your rhythm, your ability to create suspense. You use your breath to emphasize certain words, to create pauses, to shake the narrative. And even in just regular speech, the way you breathe communicates so much about your emotional state. Short, shallow breaths might indicate anxiety. Deep, steady breaths convey calm and confidence. It's almost like breath is another layer of language, isn't it? It's a nonverbal cue that adds depth and nuance. You're literally using your life force to power your words. It's pretty cool when you think about it. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's great. Yes, it makes sense. Yeah. So I think so. Your answer is very amazing, and I like your answers. So thank you so much for coming in the podcast and giving me the answers of the questions. So actually, the time is over now. So we will